Everyone is invited out to the Dent County 4-H and FFA Expo July 16th through July 19th at the Commons in Salem. On Wednesday, starting that morning at 10, will be the 4-H exhibit judging, and at 6 o'clock, the dessert auction will start. On Thursday, all livestock will be in place by 11 a.m., and the small animal show at 3 o'clock, and Pig Pals show at 5 o'clock. Then on Friday, the livestock show will start that morning at 7. Then on Saturday, the 4-H and FFA market sale, which starts at 9 a.m. There's no gate fee charged for any of these events. Come out and enjoy the 4-H and FFA Expo July 16th through the 19th at the Commons in Salem. This ad has been paid for by Dent County Tourism tax dollars.
This is Joe Brand with Edward Jones. Today's interest rates are creating real challenges for many Americans who live on a fixed income. Edward Jones has been helping individual investors like you for more than 130 years. If you have money coming due soon and want to hear about alternatives to possibly increase your income, help reduce your tax bill, or invest for growth potential, come see us at Edward Jones or call 729-3831. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Edward Jones is a proud supporter of the Salem FFA and 4-H Livestock Auction.
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Media. Let's take a look at that KSMO radio forecast. Today, showers and thunderstorms are likely, mainly between 3 and 4. Our chance of precipitation is 60%, and new rainfall amounts between 1/10 and 1/4 of an inch are possible, except, as always, if you happen to be in a thunderstorm, you'll probably receive higher amounts. Skies will be mostly cloudy with a high near 85, and our heat index value will be as high as 92, with southerly winds 3 to 6 miles per hour. Tonight, we have a 10% chance of showers and thunderstorms up until around 7 p.m., with mostly cloudy skies that will gradually become mostly clear. We should have a low temperature tonight around 69 with calm winds. Tomorrow, we have a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms during tomorrow afternoon, with mostly sunny skies and a high near 89 degrees. Tomorrow's heat index value will be as high as 99 with southwesterly winds 3 to 7 miles per hour. We expect partly cloudy skies tomorrow night, low around 69 degrees with southerly winds 3 to 5 miles per hour. Thursday, we have a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms during Thursday afternoon, with mostly sunny skies and high near 89 degrees. We'll have westerly winds on Thursday 3 to 7 miles per hour. We have a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms Thursday night, with mostly cloudy skies and low temperature around 69. Then Friday, a 50-50 chance of showers and thunderstorms during Friday afternoon, with partly sunny skies and a high temperature near 87 degrees. Friday night will be mostly cloudy with low around 70. Then Saturday, we're going to start our weekend out with a chance of showers and thunderstorms during Saturday afternoon, with mostly sunny skies and a high temperature near 90 degrees. Saturday night will be mostly clear with low around 70. Then Sunday should be sunny with a high near 91. Sunday night, we expect mostly clear skies, low temperature around 71 degrees, and Monday will be sunny and hot with a high temperature near 92 degrees. And that is your noon hour weather update brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it's now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
In agriculture, work and family often go hand in hand. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. Unlike many other professions, farming isn't just a business. It's a way of life shared among generations. Parents work alongside children, siblings manage operations together, and entire families carry the weight of seasons, markets, and weather as one unit. It can be a beautiful thing, but when your business partners are also your loved ones, the line between work and home can easily blur, and that balance can start to slip. Growing up, my family found small ways to stay grounded. Even during the busiest seasons, meals were a constant. I remember Mom packing a picnic basket, loading us into the car, and heading out to the field where my dad was working. We'd spread a blanket under a shade tree, sip iced tea from a thermos, and listen as they talked farm business. The simplicity of all of it, those are moments I'll never forget. And then when there were no babies at home, Mom was in the field right alongside Dad. No matter how chaotic the harvest or how long the day, my parents made time for us. I lost count of how many nights I drifted to sleep in the seat of a grain truck, one of them at the wheel, just heading home. As we got older, we took on more responsibilities on the farm, but never at the cost of our connection to family. If there's one piece of advice I'd pass on, it's this: make time for your family. You don't know how much of it you'll get. And the good news? It doesn't take a big vacation or a grand gesture. All it takes is your presence. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
They say seeing is believing, and nothing catches the eye like the 8.2 bushel per acre yield advantage of Revilock fungicide over the untreated check. But don't just take our word for it. See it for yourself. Run a comparison of Revilock fungicide, enter the Real Results Yield Challenge, and experience the difference it makes in your fields. And when you share your experience with us, you'll get a chance to win a 2-year lease on a new truck. Sign up at yieldchallenge.basf.us. No purchase necessary. See official rules for details. Always read and follow label directions.
Illicit fentanyl is the deadliest drug threat that our nation has ever experienced. It has killed hundreds of thousands. Many of its victims didn't even know they were getting fentanyl. Such a tragedy. This is Robert De Niro. One of those tragic deaths was my beautiful grandson, Leo. He was just 19 years old. Fentanyl doesn't care, but you do. Join us in the fight against fentanyl. Find us online at ladrfoundation.org.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the American Legion Post number 99, Looking Glass Salon, Salem Senior Center, and McCoy Vision Clinic, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, Town Screen in Salem. Save on everyday items with digital coupons at Country Mart. It's easy. Download the Town & Country Markets app and browse through a variety of digital coupons available and clip them to your account. You can also clip digital coupons online at tcmarkets.com. Shop at a store for your favorite items, then tell them your phone number at checkout, and the digital coupons will be deducted from your purchase automatically. Scan the QR code on the in-store flyer to learn more and start saving more today.
Direct cash cattle trade ended the day quiet and cash hogs closed mixed. Good morning, I'm Kellen Havikin with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report. Direct cash cattle trade was relatively quiet on Monday. New show lists appear to be mixed, higher in Kansas but lower in Texas and Nebraska, Colorado. Bids and asking prices have yet to be established, and significant trade volume will be delayed until the second half of the week. The Kansas Weekly Cattle Auction Summary says no recent markets were reported for a trend. However, a higher undertow on feeder steers and heifers for the first week after the holiday. The USDA says slaughter cows sold steady while slaughter bulls sold steady to $4 higher. In the feedlot trade, negotiated live sales sold $1 to $5 higher at $2.25 to $2.30. Feeder supply included 66% steers, and 92% of the offering was over 600 pounds. Medium and large one feeder steers weighing 752 to 795 brought 324 to 339 with an average price of 334.94. Medium and large one feeder heifers 662 to 698 pounds brought 314 to 335 with an average price of 322.11. Box beef closed lower with choice down $1.57 at 337.07, and select was $1.91 lower at 364.48. Estimated cattle slaughter was 112,000 head. Cash hogs were mixed with light to moderate closing negotiated numbers at the major direct markets. It was a quiet start to the week, but buyer demand improved into the close, with most in need of near-term ready numbers to keep chain speed up. Barrows and Gilts of the National Daily Direct closed 289 higher with a base range of 97 to 113.50 and a weighted average of 109.58. At Iowa, Minnesota, cash hogs were 73 cents lower, the weighted average price of 107.43. And the Western Corn Belt were 226 higher with a weighted average price of 109.58. Butcher hogs had no comparisons at the Midwest cash markets in Dorchester, Wisconsin, and Garnavillo, Iowa. Barrows and Gilts at those markets are priced at $84. Slaughter sows have a range of $72 to $88, and boars are marketed at $29. At Illinois, Barrows and Gilts were steady with moderate demand for moderate offerings. Pork values closed 38 cents higher at $113 $13.85, with picnics, ribs, hams, and bellies higher. Loins and butts were lower. Estimated hog slaughter was 477,000 head. At the CME, live and feeder cattle were sharply lower, pressured by fund liquidation and the recent trend in wholesale beef. And lean hog futures closed sharply lower on technical selling and demand questions and the drop in cattle. I'm Kellen Havikin for Brownfield.
Today's Central Minute is brought to you by Central Life Sciences. The team at Central Life Sciences says effective insect control can help diminish overall shrink. Regional Sales Manager Maya Butler says Gravista D insecticide and Gravista Cort are effective solutions.
Shrink is basically when the insects come in and then they get damaged. So that shrinks down the quality of the grain. So by using one of these two products, we can definitely help minimize that.
The products are best used to treat commodities as they are loaded into storage.
We'll be able to help reduce shrink because these products are going to be able to protect the grain from getting damaged by those insects that like to stay in the bins or in the crevices, anywhere around where the grain's going to be at. So utilizing one of those two products will help reduce that damage.
For more information on Gravista D insecticide and Gravista Cort, Butler says growers can visit bugfreegrains.com.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report. It is now time for a look at updated funeral announcements and being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dane County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today, be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Teddy Utah Wisdom, age 88 of Salem, passed away July 11th. Funeral services for Teddy Utah Wisdom will be today at 1 o'clock at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends of Teddy Utah Wisdom started at 11 this morning and will continue service time. Burial will be in the Greeley Cemetery. And all arrangements for Teddy Utah Wisdom of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Faye Lorena Wright, formerly of Steelville, passed away Saturday, July 12th, at the age of 94 years. Funeral services for Faye Lorena Wright will be Tuesday afternoon at 1 at the Britton Bennett Funeral Home in Steelville, with visitation starting at 12 today and will continue service time at 1 o'clock. Interim will be at the Pleasant Hill Cemetery, Steelville, Missouri. And all arrangements for Faye Lorena Wright, formerly of Steelville, are under the direction of the Britton Bennett Funeral Home of Steelville. David Brian Bruno of Salem passed away July 2nd at the age of 61 years. A memorial service for David Bruno will be today at 3 o'clock at the American Legion Post number 99 in Salem. Visitation for family and friends of David Bruno will be starting at 2 this afternoon and continuing until service time at 3. Military honors will be at approximately 3:30. Memorials are suggested at the American Legion Post number 99. Cards are available at all James and Gar locations, and all arrangements for David Brian Bruno of Salem are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of Salem. Gary Michael Valero of Salem passed away July 7th at the age of 67 years. Funeral services for Gary Valero will be Friday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends of Gary Valero will also be Friday from 11 in the morning till service time at 1 o'clock. Burial will be in the Jadwin Cemetery. And all arrangements for Gary Michael Valero of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Mary Lynn Davis Botkin, age 67 of Salem, passed away Saturday, July 12th. Memorial services for Mary Botkin will be at 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends of Mary Lynn Botkin will also be Saturday from 12 noon until service time at 2 o'clock. Memorial contributions may be made to help with final expenses. Memorial envelopes will be available, and all arrangements for Mary Lynn Davis Botkin of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Reverend Billy Guy Anderson, age 90, of Salem, passed away July 11th. Celebration of life will be held at Faith Assembly Church and will be announced at a later date. Private graveside services will be held at the Cedar Grove Cemetery. In lieu of flowers, memorial contributions may be made in memory of Billy Anderson to Salem Faith Mission's food distribution in care of the Salem Faith Mission and left with Wilson Mortuary. Memorial envelopes will be available, and all arrangements for Reverend Billy Guy Anderson of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And be sure and check out Your World Today online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free.
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus. SBU's Salem Campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU's Salem Campus today at 501 South Grand Street, or you can call them at 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. The Dent County 4-H and FFA Expo kicks off today at the Commons with the setting up of the exhibit entries. Those entries will be judged starting tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Wednesday evening at 6 o'clock will be the dessert auction. Dessert items must be brought in between 3 and 5 to the multipurpose building at the Commons that Wednesday afternoon. Then on Thursday, July 17th, livestock registration will be from 9:30 until 11:30, and all livestock must be in place by 11 o'clock. Weigh-ins are scheduled to start at 12, with the small animal show beginning at 3 o'clock. The Pig Pals practice will be at 4 o'clock, with the show to follow at 5. The exhibitor and family supper will be at 6. On Friday, July 18th, the shows will kick off at 7 o'clock in the morning with the hog show, followed by the sheep and goat show. The Beef and Dairy Show will start at 2 Friday afternoon, followed by the Buyer's Supper at 6:30. Saturday morning, July 19th, the highlight of the expo will be the 4-H and FFA Market Sale, which begin at 9 o'clock. The auction will be carried live on KSMO Radio, AM 1340 and FM 95.7, and also live streamed on KSMO Media, KSMOradio.com, KSMO Stream Facebook, and the KSMO YouTube and Twitch channels. For additional information, contact the Dent County Extension Office at 573-729-3196. Healthy Dent County is proud to partner with MU Extension to launch 100 Miles, 100 Days, a free statewide movement initiative aimed at encouraging Missourians to stay active all summer long. The program kicked off June 16th and runs through the end of the summer. Locally, Healthy Dent County will host a community walk tomorrow, Wednesday, July 16th, beginning at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. Join MU Extension and Healthy Dent County for a lunch hour walk at the Salem Community Center at the Armory. This free one-hour event is a fun way to move and stay motivated. All ages and abilities are welcome, whether you've joined the 100 Miles, 100 Days Challenge or are just getting started. Use your lunch break to stretch your legs, connect with others, and recharge for the rest of the day. Meet fellow participants and swap tips to stay motivated all summer long. During the 100 Miles, 100 Days program, participants are encouraged to move in ways they enjoy, whether it's walking, biking, dancing, swimming, or even strength training. You set your own goal and track your activity over the 100-day period. Weekly reminders and motivational tips will be sent to help keep you inspired. This is a great opportunity to boost your health, connect with others, and maybe even spark some friendly competition. To register, visit the MU Extension website and search for 100 Miles, 100 Days, or stop by your local Extension office. If you'd like more information about the community walk, contact Healthy Dent County at 573-729-8163. The Missouri Department of Natural Resources is now accepting entries for its annual photo contest. Winning entries will be featured on the department's website and social media platforms. The deadline to submit photos is September 1st. Entries can include images from anywhere in Missouri featuring beautiful natural resources, unique state parks and historic sites, natural phenomena, outdoor recreation, scenic landscapes, weather, wildlife, and people enjoying the outdoors. Contestants can submit entries in the following categories: natural resources, photographs of Missouri's air, landscape, and waterways; unique places, photographs taken within one of Missouri state parks and historic sites. For a list of all parks and historic sites, visit mostateparks.com. People enjoying Missouri outdoors, photographs of people enjoying and exploring Missouri's great outdoors. Judges will choose first, second, and third, and honorable mention winners for each category. If you'd like more information or to submit photos, visit dnr.mo.gov/photo-contest. Please send questions about the photo contest to social media at dnr.mo.gov. The Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission approved the fiscal year 2026 through 2030 statewide Transportation Improvement Program, better known as STIP. The program lists transportation projects planned by state and regional planning agencies starting July 1st, 2026, continuing through June 30th, 2030. The 5-year program was one of the largest to date, includes additional funding from general revenue passed by the Missouri General Assembly and signed by Governor Mike Kehoe. Funding is allocated for improvements to Interstate 70 and Interstate 44, the fixing of low-volume minor roads, and improvements to bridges, airports, and rail crossings. The STIP makes available $13.3 billion of federal and state revenues for all modes of transportation over the next 5 years. Of the $13.3 billion, the STIP details $9.5 billion in contractor awards for road and bridge construction, averaging approximately $1.9 billion per year. In Dent County, the bridge replacement over Dry Creek on Route B and ADA improvements on sidewalks on Highway 19 are scheduled to be done this year. Also included were bridge improvements over Spring Creek on Highway 19 and the bridge improvement over Hoosall Creek on Highway 32 that are scheduled to start next year. The plan also includes the future scoping to replace or improve the bridge on Route FF over Crooked Creek. Also scheduled for next year are the pavement improvements on Route P from Highway 72 to the end of state maintenance. The repavement will also include routes JJ and N to the end of state maintenance. Bridge improvements on Route H over Dry Fork Creek and Barnett Prong Dry Creek, and on Highway 32 over Dry Fork Creek and Pigeon Creek are scheduled for the third year of the plan. The STIP details improvements to Missouri's 33,814 miles of highway and 10,427 bridges and culverts. The draft version of the STIP was released in May for public review, with MoDOT receiving 73 comments. Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe recently approved $3 million for the Missouri University of Science and Technology in Rolla to establish a small modular nuclear reactor science and development program. Funded through the Department of Natural Resources Division of Energy, the initiative provides a unique opportunity to help meet the nation's growing energy demand and to invest in programs that support education and workforce development within the nuclear science and engineering fields. The department's funding announcement coincides with the Missouri Nuclear Summit set for next week in Columbia. Missouri's initiative is consistent with recent federal actions to expand and advance the nation's nuclear energy technologies, bolster baseload power generation to accommodate growing domestic demand, and provide economic development opportunities across the United States. Dr. Joseph Newkirk, Chair and Professor of Nuclear Engineering and Radiation Science at Missouri S&T, stated he is grateful to the state of Missouri for recognizing Missouri S&T as a premier university for nuclear energy research. This investment will enable the university to continue leading the way in planning and developing integrated energy systems using small modular reactors that are cleaner, smarter, and more resilient. This support will accelerate the university's efforts to deliver meaningful advancements for communities here in Missouri and across the nation. Denton County Recorder Cindy Ard wants people to be aware of a new website where you can sign up to find out if someone is recording a document or changing a recorded document with your name on it. The website is www.deedwatch.com, and once signed up, you would receive an email letting you know if a document is recorded with your name on it. There's no charge for this service. Just go to the website and in the drop-down box, select Dent County, Missouri. In the second box, enter your email that you want the notification to come to. From that point, just follow the simple directions to finish signing up. You could include the name that should be on your deed or any other form of your name the deed may have been recorded under. The service is provided by the Dent County Recorder's Office to prevent anyone from being scammed out of their property or having someone attach their name to your deed without your knowledge. If you have questions about this service, contact Cindy Ard at the Dent County Recorder's Office at 573-729-2198. You can also email her at dcrecorder07@gmail.com. That has been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by SBU's Salem campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU's Salem campus, contact them at 573-729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
Interstate Regional Stockyards in Cuba is proud to sponsor the live broadcast of the 4-H and FFA livestock auction this Saturday. It doesn't matter if you're big or small at Interstate Regional Stockyards in Cuba, your business is important to them. For the field representative for Dent County and the surrounding counties, call John Hagler at 729-3698 or the barn at 573-885-7431.
Victor Heating and Cooling, your local Lennox dealer, is where you'll find top-of-the-line air conditioners and heat pumps, plus furnaces, digital thermostats, zoning systems, and air cleaners for your complete home comfort. When you combine Lennox products into one customized system, you can enjoy a whole new level of comfort. Now you can feel comfortable without feeling the pinch of high energy costs. To learn more, call Victor Heating and Cooling, your local Lennox dealer in downtown Salem. Call 729-4332, a proud sponsor of the 4-H and FFA livestock auction.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Here's an energy tip being brought to you by Union County Electric. Turn off the air conditioning, the TV, and all those electricity hogs and enjoy some time in the great outdoors. If your kids spend their summer vacations playing video games, they're sucking up a lot of energy without expending any of their own. Sign them up for sports leagues, summer camps, and other activities outside the home. This energy tip is a courtesy of Intercounty Electric, and they're a proud supporter of the 4-H and FFA livestock auction.
It is now time to take a look at local and regional sports. It's being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. The St. Louis Cardinals selected Liam Doyle from Tennessee as their first overall pick in this year's Major League Baseball draft, and the Kansas City Royals selected Sean Gamble out of the IMG Academy in Florida. The MLB is currently on their All-Star break. The All-Star Game will be held tonight in Atlanta's Truist Park with the first pitch at 7 o'clock. Mikhail Garcia, Chris Bubic, Carlos Estevez, and Bobby Witt Jr. of the Kansas City Royals each qualified for the American League team, while Brendan Donovan was the lone St. Louis Cardinal that qualified for the National League team. And that has been a look at local and regional sports brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
Missouri Net Sports, I'm Bill Pollock. If you're a baseball romantic with memories of playing catch with your dad or backyard ball with your brothers, last night's home run derby may have hit a soft spot. Seattle Mariners catcher Cal Raleigh launched 18 homers in the final round to win the derby in Atlanta. He's the first catcher ever to win the event, and he did it with his younger brother catching and his dad pitching.
You don't think you're ever going to get invited, and then you get invited, and the fact that you win it with your family and super special, and just what a night.
Brendan Donovan will be playing in his first All-Star game representing the Cardinals. He's hitting .297 with 8 home runs and 36 RBIs. For the second season in a row, the Royals will have 4 All-Stars. Bobby Witt and pitcher Chris Bubic were named reserves. Mikel Garcia and closer Carlos Estevez were later named replacements. Also, look for Blue Springs, Missouri native Jacob Mizorowski to pitch tonight. A controversial pick, becoming an All-Star after pitching in just 5 games for the Brewers. National League manager Dave Roberts says he'll use Miz early. Kyle Schwarber of the Phillies says he'll congratulate Jacob on becoming an All-Star. The Phillies were upset and vocal about his selection because 2 of their pitchers having good years were left off the reserve roster. The Royals placed pitcher Michael Lorenzen on the 15-day injured list due to a left oblique strain. He's 5-8 in 18 starts this season, and he was just coming off his best outing on July 6th when he threw 7 shutout innings against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Former Mizzou football coach Gary Pinkel back behind the wheel. Marshall Griffin explains.
Pinkel was arrested a week ago in Camden County for driving while intoxicated, and a judge there ordered that his driver's license be revoked effective July 23rd, which is next week. But on Friday, the judge stayed the order, effectively letting Pinkel continue to drive until at least a court hearing scheduled for late September.
This is Pinkel's second DWI. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
High School in the USA Cultural Exchange Program makes lifelong connections by embracing new cultures. It's a chance to share your story, traditions, and customs with others while discovering a new culture right in your own home. We match students with host families to feel less like a guest and more like a member of the family. If you're interested in embarking on a new adventure as a host family, visit highschoolintheusa.com or shoot an email to info@highschoolintheusa.com.
The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at sounditouttogether.org. That's sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to goodrx.com/GLP. That's goodrx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Be listening Saturday to KSMO or online at ksmoradio.com at 9 a.m. for the live broadcast of the 4-H and FFA Livestock Auction at the Dent County Commons during the 4-H and FFA Expo. Plus, you can watch it live on the KSMO Stream Facebook page and YouTube. You'll hear all of the exciting calls of the auctioneer as they introduce the animals, the 4-H and FFA member who raised the animals, and the actual bidding process. Don't miss this exciting event. Again, be listening at 9 o'clock to KSMO AM 1340 or stream with us at KSMOradio.com or watch live on the KSMO Stream Facebook page and YouTube. This Saturday from the Dent County Commons during the 4-H and FFA Livestock Auction.
It is now time for our news from the Missouri Net. Then stay tuned to KSMO after the top of the 1 o'clock hour. I'll be back with your latest KSMO weather forecast.
If you need to hire, you know it takes time. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. You simply pick a time and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day.
Try Zip Intro for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow.
Missouri Net News. I'm Sue Danielson. Former Missouri football coach Harry Pinkel will be allowed to drive, at least for now, despite a recent DWI arrest. Marshall Griffin reports.
Judge ordered that his driver's license be revoked effective July 23rd, which is next week. But on Friday, the judge stayed the order, effectively letting Pinkel continue to drive until at least a court hearing scheduled for late September.
Pinkel coached Mizzou from 2001 to 2015. Jackson County Executive Frank White Jr. is proposing renewing a sales tax to help keep the Kansas City Chiefs in Missouri. KMBC TV reports White has written Governor Mike Keogh outlining a plan to use the revenue to modernize Arrowhead Stadium as well as fund other projects. Volunteers with a Missouri nonprofit are helping flood victims in Kerr County, Texas. Stacey Lamb of Springfield-based Convoy of Hope says they work year-round to stock regional disaster aid distribution centers.
We can move very, very quickly to get in the field quickly and to serve people.
Missouri Net News.